thought that the MA part of it was a mistake. It's the program, the celebration is called Mimouna, and Karen, I'm going to turn it over to Karen in a few seconds to lead us in what Mimouna is and talk about the significance of it. But we came up with this Mamamouna, kind of like Mamma Mia, to say, you know, what's Mimouna? I didn't know what Mimouna was until I started working with Israelis. And so we thought, what a great way to share another custom that some of our Israeli families, you know, do after Pesach. And as you'll learn in a few moments, there's a real significance to what the value is behind Mimouna, and something very, very meaningful that we can all think about in light of the circumstances that we're all facing today. So I'm thrilled that you all cleared your busy schedules to join us on a Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. And so at this point, I want to just really turn it over to Karen to start. At the beginning, we had some nice music, and maybe we'll close with that music as well at the end of the program. So, so welcome everyone. And then Gilly is also going to give a little talk. So Karen, you want to take it away?
Okay.
Oh, by the way, are we recording, Gilly? Okay,
it's
great.
Recording. It's recording.
Okay.
So first of all, I want to say hi, welcome to our Mimouna celebration. I'm so happy that you all can make it and you can join us tonight, this morning, time differences. But oh, Marjorie. But I just wanted to really take this opportunity, even though I'm not there, to really show you a different type of celebration that is not really known. It's not like very mainstream in the US, but it's very well known in Israel. And it's called Mimouna. So what is a Mimouna exactly? It's a traditional holiday that comes from the Jews that did Aliyah from Morocco, Sephardic Jews. The idea behind it is that when Passover is done and you can eat bread again, you do a big festive meal. You invite your friends, you invite your family. You set up the table. I actually set up the table today, as in like to show you how it looks like. It's not original. Like normally you have more things on the table, but tonight isn't the regular holiday, so I tried my best. So basically, a traditional like Mimouna celebration would have a full table filled with a lot of sweets to give like a sweet opening for the year, because Nisan in like Judaism is the beginning of the year. So it's like a lot of sweets and a lot of things to give like a very sweet kick for the year. You also have symbolic things. We put flour, because it's the first time you can eat flour with money in it, for good wealth. And you also put milk, because milk is supposed to show for happiness and poriyut. I don't know how to say it. Gili?
Fertility.
Yes. So those are two things that we put on the table to really like symbolize it. We also put some alcohol and beers, because beers have they go
Yeast.
Yeast, thank you. I forget my words. And those are things that we traditionally put on the table to very symbolize everything. We light up candles. We do a very big festive thing around it. And the traditional thing is that the bigger the celebration is, the better. So it's like an open door tradition where everybody is welcome. I don't know if Gili is going to give you the historic background, if she's planning on it, but in general, the idea was that the Jewish community back in Morocco, they had Arab friends. And during Passover, they kept like not eating bread in the house while the Muslims didn't. And it was a way for them to reopen their house and to welcome them back into the house with a big festive meal. The plan was for tonight to actually show you the main thing that we make in the Mimouna, which is the mufletot. Unfortunately, my mom didn't feel so well. She was supposed to make it, but she couldn't. But it is something I found out after I talked to Lori. My mom actually freezed some of them, so I can show you how it looks like.
And we can also show the video you made.
Yeah. Oh, you want to show it right now?
Yeah, we can if you want.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so this is how it looks like. That's the final product. Yeah. You won't be able to see how we make it, but we can show the video. It's a very thin layer of, it's not a bread exactly. It's some sort of a dough that you put very flat and you fry it on a pan. And the idea is, and it's very good. And the idea is to eat it with something sweet on top of it. You can eat it with honey, you can eat it with butter, you can eat it with chocolate. You can eat whatever you want in it. And you drink some tea. And that's the big idea behind it. Gil, you want me to show the video for like the?
Yeah, I'll share it from my computer.
Okay, so so originally the Mimouna happens on the night that Passover comes out. So our original Mimouna was in this Wednesday. So I filmed my mom making the mufletot and I edited to one long video. So to show, so I can send it to you so you can try and make it back in your house. It's very simple. The only thing that's a little tricky is how you actually bake it on the pan. That's the tricky part, but to make the dough is very easy. So Gili is gonna set up and show you the video. And another thing, oh, I totally forgot. What I'm wearing is called kiftan. It's a traditional outfit that you wear during the Mimouna. And it has Moroccan roots. So it's very simple and it's layered with like nice, like tahara.
Embroidery? Embroidery.
Yes.
Embroidery.
Yes. So it's layered with that. And that's the big idea behind the Mimouna. And it's very big in Israel also. You invite a lot of people. You do a very big hospitality and welcoming into the house. And it's a tradition.
From the peanut gallery. Do they have something to add?
Yes, it's a very big holiday in Israel, and actually every year you can see a very big and festive meal in the Prime Minister's house and in the President's house. It's broadcast live in the news. This year it was very different because you can't really open your house and invite everybody in. So we did a small family Mimouna. But we really hope that next year it will be better so we can all open up our houses again and host it one more time. So Gili, whenever you're ready, we can show the video.
All right, let's do it now. Can you see it, everyone?
Shalom, everybody. This is Karen O, the Shinshinit, again, all the way from Israel. And in this video, I wanted to share with everybody a very, very special holiday that we celebrate in my family and in Israel in general. The holiday is called Mimouna. So what is a Mimouna? Because it's not very well known. A Mimouna is a traditional holiday that came from the Jews that did an Aliyah from Morocco. Sephardic Jews, and the idea of the holiday is to celebrate it when Passover comes out and you can eat bread again. And the custom in the Mimouna is to put a full table with a lot of sweets and candles and do a very festive meal. You put on traditional clothing, and the most important part is that you eat a very, very special dessert called mufleta. So what is a mufleta and how do you make it? We're gonna show you in this video with my mom. So let's get right into it.
everybody. I hope you liked our Mimouna holiday. Hope you liked the way I make mufleta. And hopefully next year I'll be there making you all mufleta from Israel. Wishing you a very Chag Mufleta and Mimouna Sameach.
And just like we said in the beginning of the video, the Mimouna is a very special holiday. And the big thing we do in the Mimouna is to invite as many people as possible. The entire idea is hospitality and the feeling of family and friends. And we wish that the entire virus will be over. Hopefully. And that we can open up our houses and we can re-host people that we love and we care about. So all the way from Israel, I miss you so, so much. And if you try to make it, feel more than free to send me the results. Love you.
Wow, that was really amazing. I know I'm going to try it when I can order online all the ingredients that I need and get a delivery, which is a little bit difficult these days in New York, as us New Yorkers know. So thank you. That was really great. And the video was actually made the night that Karen's family celebrated their Mimouna, which was Wednesday night. So it was amazing. And I want to shout out to Marav and Yossi, Karen Orr's parents, for being willing to participate. And it seems like her dad Yossi was doing the filming, while Marav and Karen were actually making the mufleta. So thank you so much. That was really, really special, and it definitely makes us feel like we were there with you on Wednesday evening. So at this point, Gilly has the custom in her family, since she's from a Sephardi background, of celebrating this tradition, and we wanted to hear a little bit from her about sort of the overall historical perspective in terms and in any in words of learning that she can share with us.
Yeah, I think Karen shared most of it. Talking about hospitality is the main thing. The Jews all around the world were very hospitable to their neighbors, and their relationships with most of the communities in the Sephardi community were very, very strong relationships. So for a lot of Jews, not to be able to open their homes to their neighbors was kind of a difficulty, and you don't necessarily know what kind of level of kashrut each of your neighbors is keeping, even if they are Jewish. So you just don't open your house at all. And then each community had its own celebration of reopening their homes after. And I think the Mimouna is the most acceptable pattern of it. We actually had a debate with the Shinshinim a few months back if the Mimouna is or isn't a national holiday. And Ben is actually right. You can see him waving now. It's not a national holiday, but it is very, very recognized nationally. And like Karen said, everyone's opening their house. It's a very, very customary thing in Israel that all of the big Mizrahi singers are being hosted in big houses, and like the community leaders are hosting the Mizrahi singers and other artists in their homes for the Mimouna. And it's a very, very weird year when it wasn't like that all around the world, all around the country, and here as well. And I think, like Karen finished in her own video, the idea of being able to host in today's world, as we can all see in everyone's distance, like the regulations in Israel and here are similar. In Israel, it's a bit more strict, but not being able to open your house even to your own family members, or not being able to meet or visit any of your friends, is something that's really, really hard on communities, especially I feel in Jewish communities, where your community is kind of like your stronghold rather than just your neighbor or anyone else. And I think it's something very, very strong. So everyone's finding these unique ways of doing it. I don't know if any of you has your own kind of like sweet or dessert that you have for today. I see Lori is preparing something. But I think finishing the week of Passover with something sweet is very interesting. There's also a tradition of making challah in the shape of a key to open up the kind of like to open up the parnasa, the livelihood, and also whatever the needs of the community is. Kind of like how we got what we needed. We got the man and this love from God when we exited, the Israelites exited Egypt. So there's a lot of ways to look at hospitality and to look at what bread is for us and what is sweets for us and stuff like that. And we really do hope that the day after all of this is over, whatever that is, whatever the exit strategy, which is a new phrase in our world today, and the new normal is a new phrase in our world today, and different ways and different ways that we look at things. I hope that in the new normal that we will have, even if we don't necessarily hug as soon as we see each other, but at least we could see each other in 3D rather than in 2D as we can see each other now. It'll be something that we all celebrate, and we invite you to think about this, kind of like, what will be your celebration when you're able to open your house? What will be your way of doing it? What will be the thing that you do? And if anyone wants to share some experiences from your Passover or from your desserts or anything, we're happy to hear. And we miss you guys.
We also invite a shout out to the Israeli Shinshinim families who are also on our Zoom, which is amazing. Since it's not a national holiday, but maybe some of you also did a similar Mimouna, if you want to share something that you might have done, at the end of Pesach as well. I also want to point, I don't know if she's still here, Zahava Tesfaye, who was with the Jewish Agency, and UJ was on the call. I don't know where she went. Anyone? Okay. Did anybody else follow the instructions of bringing sweets? Okay.
I have the original one.
Oh, wow. Yummy. Hi,
I didn't
Mara.
eat it tonight, but I did eventually.
Okay. Okay. And Michael, what are you holding? Michael Kohler. Oh, he left. What is that? Fresh? Oh, Dave. Straight from Israel. And, oh, okay. Oh, and we have Marjorie. Okay, Marjorie, did you guys homemade cookies? We can't hear you. Can we unmute them? Hi, Marjorie.
I don't know.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh.
Where's Marjorie? We lost her.
Is that good?
Yeah, but, yeah, oh, there you are. Yep.
Hi. We always make chocolate chip cookies when Passover is over.
Oh, yummy.
So that's our specialty.
Oh, that's awesome. And Emma makes them too, because I know she likes to cook and bake, right?
She's my best cooker too. She's great.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow. I actually made challah for the first time in many, many years on Friday. So the fact that Gilly mentioned that making challah, I didn't know that the custom was to make it in a certain shape. I just made it in the traditional shape. But the fact that I actually made challah, I guess in some way I had some inspiration about Mimouna, because I decided to do it this past Shabbat for the first time in many, many years. Anybody else have any yummy desserts? Oh, Amanda. Can we unmute Amanda? And the Layden? There we go.
Hi.
Hi.
In our family, we like to make cupcakes, but put them in ice cream cones.
Yummy.
And Aviv did this with us for Ellery's birthday. We did it for Reese's birthday too, but he wasn't here anymore. And Reese's birthday is right before Passover usually, so we do it as like a last type of fun dessert you can have before Passover. I was trying to find pictures, but I can't find them, of course. I guess another time I'll find them. But
that sounds great.
they come out the same way, just it's extra fun because it's in an ice cream cone.
Yep. Amazing. How are the...
We tried a new recipe. We made an apple pie in a skillet. It was a 10-minute recipe, and it doesn't need to be baked. You could just heat it up in the skillet, both sides, and it was really neat. We could send the recipe. It is
awesome.
Dairy, though.
Oh, that sounds yummy. So you do that at the end, Milena, or you did it at the end of Pesach?
Yep. That's exactly when we did it.
Yummy. Shinshinim, you're very, very quiet.
Yeah, I would just like to say that I like just being hosted in people's house doing a Mimouna. And like, it's usually not one house, but like multiple houses, multiple friends that invite you over. And it's also like, it's fun. It's a lot of music and warm people, and like everybody welcome you and want you to eat their mufleta. So it's really fun. I like it.
Wow.
So my dad's side, they're Moroccan. So my grandma, my grandma and grandpa, they do a very traditional Mimouna. They invite a lot of their friends, and I see all of my family, we come together, and it's really, really fun. And actually last year, after I went to my grandma, I went to a Mimouna in my neighbor's house. They just built a new house, so they did like a Mimouna and a Chanukat Bayit together, like they, invited people.
Housewarming.
It was just like incredible. They had like, it was like a wedding. I've never been to something like that. So many people and so much food and like mufletot, and it was really, really fun.
Very cool.
I can say that all like the Ashkenazis, like people that need a place or a mimuna to be hosted in. So they send to their like Moroccan family, like if they haven't spoken to them like over here, hey, what's up, what's new and stuff, just so that they'll get in like an invitation to come to a mimuna. So yeah, that's what I usually do. But now my uncle started doing a mimuna, so I don't need to do it anymore.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm like a Gaia. I don't celebrate it, but like trying to find friends that celebrate it so we can eat some fleta. But in my family, like you did, Lori, we made challah, and we made it like in the shape of a key. So we did it like the first Friday after Passover, like symbolize health and like to have good money and just good stuff. So we did that, and that's it.
Anyone else?
Also, at my house, we never did a mimuna like with a lot of people. But this year, because we were like only my family. So my mother and my sister made some cookies and the sweet things for the mimuna, and actually it was very, very, very nice. And my mother said that she's gonna do it also next year, and she's gonna host a lot of people. I don't know if that promise is still gonna be next year.
Well, but, she's on video, so we have the evidence. We'll send it to you next year.
Yeah. But it was very nice. It was very nice. The small mimuna in our family. So we'll see about what's about next year.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to come here next year.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, all the Shinshinim, everybody that wants to come to Israel for a visit, everybody is welcomed. We do it every year.
Awesome. It's a standing invite.
Yes.
Maybe I'll come there.
And I really think that it's something beautiful that us American diaspora Jews can certainly think about. And I know it's something that I'll think about in terms of, symbolically doing something when the time is appropriate for us to reopen our homes to our, our friends and our family and our loved ones to actually physically come in. A lot of us are doing lots of different things to try to stay hospitable and connected, including a lot of Zoom programs and Zoom calls, or any other creative ideas. But I know it's something it's particularly meaningful given the circumstances and given the length of time that we're all in this situation. So it's a good insight and reflection back to that opening up our homes and being so hospitable is such a part of being a part of a community. And I don't have to tell our host families, our American host families, what it means to be hospitable, because by virtue of the fact of you opening your homes to our Shinshinim, I know I say it over and over again, but it's instinct in who you are and who you all are in terms of opening up your homes and your hearts to others. So, this is something you already know how to do. It's just a matter of finding another, way to do it. And I don't know if we open it up for any questions about Mimouna, or any other last comments about, where we all are. Anybody want to say anything to Shinshinim? I see we have the Schwartz family who we haven't gotten to see yet. So hi, Lori. Nice to see you. They hosted Ori for a brief time before things changed. So not all the rest of the host families got to know them a bit. Got to know them very well, but we're happy to see you here. And that's it. Would anybody else like to pipe in here?
I'm just just gonna say that in the chat box we see that the Schwartz family wants Ori back, and the Mearsons want all the Shinshini back in New York.
Oh, I didn't. That's amazing.
We all miss you, and we all agree with this statement. With it's basically we all miss them as well, and I think we're all waiting to see the news changing a little bit, and for us to actually see that non-Americans could come back. And as long as New York is closed until May 15th, then there's nothing really we can do. But I do urge everyone to stay in touch. I think there's something that's happening during these times that even with a time difference, and Karen, come back, Berks are writing as well. And I think that these times are very different. I feel like I speak to my family more often because everyone's working from home. So just like having a few minutes conversation with my parents in Israel is more easy than it was while the routine was different. I want to encourage everyone. There are so many online virtual visits to Israel. So you can see museums and the botanical gardens and different places in Jerusalem on live. So everyone could travel Israel from your own computer. And it's a great opportunity to see it. We're also going to have our Yom HaShoah commemoration tomorrow through Zikaron Basalon, which is an Israeli kind of like methodology to do intimate conversations about Yom HaShoah. There's also a ceremony and a conversation at 12:30 tomorrow from the JCC Facebook page. There's going to be a Yom HaAtzmaut celebration that's going to be globally taking place at the same time all around the world from the Jewish Agency Facebook page that we couldn't have done otherwise, and no one would have thought to do something like that, unfortunately, without the coronavirus. And it's kind of like giving us this unique opportunity to do things. So Lori is going to send all that information in an email, but I think we really, really ought to take this opportunity and see the half of the glass that's actually full, and really, really enjoy it, because I don't know, I feel like it's a once in a lifetime opportunity that we really, really need to take advantage of. Your family time is different to whatever it was. I think we spoke with Ori about the fact that his parents were supposed to be collecting all of the siblings from all around the world into South America to celebrate Passover with his brother there. And eventually they were celebrating it at home all together. So I think this presents a unique opportunity, and there's a lot of things that are really, really hard out there, but it's on us to see the part that's good about it and really, really take advantage of it, because I don't think it's going to ever come back to being the way that it is now. So missing the Shinshinim is really, really hard on us as well, but being able to be with them when they're with their families at home, it's something not all of us could have done. So really, really take advantage of that. And Karen, thank you for opening your house, and thank your mom again, and tell her that we wish her briut and health from all of us here as well.
Yes, for sure.
It's been the most unique hosting of a Mimouna I've ever had, I have to say.
And you'll continue to hear from me. I'll continue to send out links to resources like Gilly mentioned. The Yom HaAtzmaut celebration is going to have children programs and adult programs, as well as a global concert. So it's going to be very, very exciting. And we're working really hard to just stay connected in our community with our community of Shinshinim and hosts. So if anybody has any ideas to do that, we're open to hearing that. And we just want to continue to try to get through this together and hopefully be able to see each other in person very, very soon.
I don't know if you know, but one of the main things for Yom HaAtzmaut in Israel is barbecuing al ha'esh. So maybe we can celebrate Yom HaAtzmaut together, everyone barbecuing in our own homes. That's the next thing to put on the calendar.
Yeah. And just a shout out, if anybody does make the muflata or barbecues for Yom HaAtzmaut or does something special that you'd like to share it with the Shinshinim back in Israel and their families, and vice versa, please just send it along to send pictures and send videos to us, and we will make sure that it goes out to the group in Israel as well as the host community here as well.
And also, in the end of the video, there is my email. So if any of you are getting like trouble in how to make it or like stuff like that, you can totally like contact me, ask me questions. do Zoom one-on-one. I can help with anything like that. It's totally worth it, I swear.
And last request to the people on the New York side, the spring in Israel is very, very brief. It's very short. They already had it. It was last week and it's gonna get too warm now. So if you have a beautiful tree outside of your home, if by the time you take a walk around the neighborhood, there's this beautiful blossoming, please send photos to Israel because we are not used to having spring. So please, please make sure to create this album for us with the unique, very, very unique, different in seasons that you have here that Israel doesn't really have. There we have Andy already showing us there.
He's showing us his shrubs. He's showing us his green.
Yep. So I think it's very, very unique. We walk around Great Neck and we're excited to see the pink blossoming and the white blossoming, and it changes literally by the day. And I think it's very, very exciting because we don't have it in Israel. So it's a good way of doing it. And of course, we will send in the email, the video with the recipe and everything together. All right.
Karen, do you want to put some music on for our some symbolic? Because I think some of the families joined afterwards.
Yeah, and also like a side note on the music, thank you, Lori. The home words are in Arabic because it was traditionally from Morocco where people spoke Arabic. So that's why the music is in foreign language. The language is Arabic.
Got it. And if anybody doesn't know, season 3 of Fauda is available on Netflix now. So.
Okay. Wait.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Hi, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Miss you guys.
Thank you, Karen.
Bye, everybody.
That was great.
Thank you.
You are all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Selma.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Phyllis, thank you for coming.
It was my pleasure. It was great.
It was great to see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Great seeing everyone.